as far as like the next round of the conference semis, we obviously don't know their matchup just yet as the time we're recording this. But for example, if say let's say the Rockets win the instead of Rockets win the series against the Warriors, and we see Rockets versus Timberwolves, who would you take in that?
Let's see. That's a tough one because I feel like that series is going to expose a lot for the Rockets in a good way. I think with so many people were talking about Jalen Green being the face of that team. So I feel like people are gonna step him aside and they're gonna be like, hey, like the twin, I mean Thompson. They're gonna like, all right, cool, let's see what he can do in this next round. You know what I'm saying? Second year guy, you know what I'm saying? Going up against another guy who's like experienced, young with Ant, who's looking for rivals. I think this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting because I feel like this series has a lot of energy around it. You know what I'm saying? And the Rockets ain't gonna back down. We thought they was done 3-1 against the
Right.
Warriors. We thought they was done. And they again charisma like resilience got them boys back to a game 7. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you got the War. I mean not the Warriors, sorry, but you got the Wolves, man. If they play the Wolves, and ain't playing. And see red right now, bro. Like he want to get past that second round, bro. He want to tell people like, yo, y'all been talking about Denver all season. Y'all been talking about OKC all season. I think he has a mission. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself right now, but I think he has a a vision on who he wants to see in that conference final. I don't know if you've been paying attention to it ain't no beat, but the little remarks. He
I
want to
ain't,
see
I, I,
somebody.
I
Oh,
ain't
he
peep.
want to. He
I have not
listen,
peep.
bro.
Put me on game real quick. Put me on game.
Oh, he want to see Shay. He want to see Shay, bro. He want to see Shay. That's what it is. Him and Shay be going back and forth, bro. And not only that, Shay and Jason Tatum be going back and forth on like Instagram with the captions and stuff, bro. Like, bro, he want to see Shay in that conference final.
And
That's what
I'm
he
not gonna
want,
lie,
bro.
for the betterment of the game. That's exactly what the hell I want to see too. We need that rivalry, dog. You know what I'm saying? We need that. But like you said about the Rockies and a potential Rocket versus Wolves matchup, the biggest key in that piece to me will be, the biggest factor for me will be who's going to be the number one scorer for the Rockets because that hasn't been as consistent as you would like. Jalen Green has the potential to he should be the best scorer. Jalen Green should. He should be the best scorer
Mhm.
for the Rockets on a night in, night out basis. That hasn't always happened. They've been able to win in different ways. But shout out to them. Shout out to Ime Adoka, who's a great head coach. So this is no surprise to me about how his teams have been able to be resilient. Um, but then you talk about Amin Thompson. To me, that's going to be a critical piece because that's going to be the guy defensively that could change everything in a potential Timberwolves matchup where he can make life tough for the Timberwolves because of his athleticism, because of how versatile his is as a defender on that wing. Yeah, he can take he can get into your best guys and make life tough for him. So hey, could Ant still be that guy in that series? Can he? I think Ant will still be the best player on the floor. Can he make life tough for him? That is a potential problem for the Timberwolves if they were to match up against the Houston Rockets. I would still probably take the Timberwolves in that matchup though, if I'm being completely honest. Now to the Warriors. The Warriors, to me, I have a hard. What makes it hard for me to pick the Warriors now is because Jimmy Butler is hampered, and he looks like he's
Mhm.
really hampered by that injury that happened in this Rocket series. So I don't know if he were not even fully healthy. If he was just not laboring as much, I would feel better about their chances as far as a deep playoff run goes. Um, but with those injuries, I think I would take Minnesota in that series. It is. I mean, the biggest issue there will be Draymond Green and can Julius Randle play at a certain level against Draymond Green? To me,
Mhm.
Rudy Gobert as well because both of those guys, I have a hard time. I have a hard time believing they can give me consistent play. It's hard. What? With that being said, I think I would have to go Golden State. I flip my answer on that. I said Minnesota. I would have to I would have to go with Golden State if they saw the Timberwolves. I think I would have to
Hmm.
go with Golden State. Yeah, I think I'll go with Golden State.
That's
I
bold because
think.
I go. Hey, listen, that's That's bold, but I'm with you. I'm with you too. It's just more like you said with a with the Julius Randle situation with Draymond Green. You seen how Draymond Green has been playing against. I can never pronounce his name. The guy in
Sengun.
Houston, Sangoon. Like
Yep.
toward like when it came clutch, I think it was game game four. I think it was
Or
game four.
yeah.
Yes, the last second possession for the
Yep.
Rockets, and Draymond, for a lot of people who was in foul trouble, might I add, he played really good on ball defense, 1-on-1 defense against Shangoon, and so that also would ask the questions like we haven't really seen Julius Randle really, you know, elevate when he was traded over to Minnesota. We just seen a glimpse of him, but like again, like Draymond Green is a former defensive player of the year. This man ain't really scared of nobody at this point. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's is in foul trouble or whatever. So and Rudy Gobert, you know what I'm saying? I think he had like a little 29 and 10 game, one game in the last series with the Lakers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's not a consistent thing for him. That's not a consistent thing for him. But I think matchup wise, you know, with Jimmy Butler being out, you know what I'm saying, with Draymond Green constantly being in foul trouble, it's swinging towards Minnesota. But again, I'll definitely take the Warriors simply because of the mindset of one Stephen Curry and just knowing his leadership on that team, his experience on that team.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. Like I said, it's not an easy matchup to call at all. That series will go seven in my mind. I believe I will believe that will go seven.